What's up, guys? It's the Reedy Show. You obviously know it's the Reedy Show because it is back. Obviously, it was gone last week. We all know that. But we are back. Obviously, Premier's back. Everything's back. So I am back. Obviously, last week I'll tell you the reason why off after the intro. But yeah, let's get your comments in. We have got Man United next in the league. We are so buzzing for it. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a hard one, but you never know. Can we do them? Can we not? Get your views in, and we'll get back right after this video.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everard's, Pucka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newbie and Co-Estate Agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, how is everyone doing? Obviously, I've already seen one person in there that knows me personally, but we won't talk to him about that. Matthew Bond, appreciate you coming in again for another Friday night show. David Gavin, welcome me from Ireland's Fox in the Slingo Town, I guess. Okay, no worries. But yeah, hope everyone is doing all right. Rob is the one who knows me somehow. You don't know anything either, so that's fine. Adam took a biggest game of the season in terms of turning our form around and confidence. I don't know, I think this international break's been big, and it looks. I've seen Brendan's press conference, and it does look a very positive light on how things should go tomorrow. It looks like he's sorted out issues that we've been facing recently, and a few injuries have come back. Hopefully, we'll talk about that later because there is very good news about that. Would you say it's good news? For me, I don't know. Karen, definitely a big game this weekend, but about time we need a win. We've already got wins. It's just about getting a performance for me, and that's what Brendan Rodgers said as well. You just want a good performance, even if you lose. As long as you played well, as long as you look like you probably deserved something out of the game. For me, it's better than it's better than just looking bad for me. Liam, welcome, mate. I hope you're all right. Appreciate you coming in as well. Adam, hopefully you're a better headspace. That's all about. It's all about how we think and how we perform. For me, like I say, how we perform, we play better. We have a better chance in winning. Obviously, yes, we didn't play the best against Crystal Palace. Yes, we got 2 easy goals. But again, defensive issues cost us, and we drew. And I don't think the formation helped us much either there, because obviously we played a 4-4-2, and for me it doesn't work in Brendan's philosophy. I guess he don't like two wingers, 2 strikers, only 2 in midfield. In the case of Sumari and no Chowdhury and Tillemans or Madison, I can't remember. Now, it's 2 weeks ago, but yes. Rob says Evans plays, we win. I have opposite thoughts on that. I don't know whether I can say my thoughts on Evans. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player at times. For me, I'm not going to get into it yet, but I will get into it later. Rush Evan back, then back to square one. Older needs time. Yes, that's what I think as well. Don't just rush him back because he's fit. They've apparently made a plan for him to recover and get ready for this game coming up, but you just don't just shove someone in because they're one of our better defenders for a game that he might again get injured. We've done that all season with him. He's got back into fitness, came back in, got injured, came back in, got injured. So it's hard to see, and it's hard to really. I don't think he should come straight back in. He's not going to be fully fit, but is he going to be worth the risk? Adam Tucker, fresh start after the international break. Yeah, that's the exact same point for me. That is what we need. That's what we needed. Obviously, the last international break brought back Evans again, I think. Against, was it Man City? I'm not too sure, but it helped us in some way, but we just didn't look. We didn't look the same. And after this international break, you saw and you heard from Rodgers after the Crystal Palace game that he really wanted to kind of work out the issues in the team and issues in how the formation works and how his tactics go. And it looks positive from what he's been saying in the press conferences, and injury related as well. Hopefully it helps us get into that sort of situation as well. Dipak saying it's two strikers. He doesn't like using any strikers. It's unfashionable in modern football to use strikers. Is it? He likes using strikers. I just don't think he likes using. He likes a midfield. And like I say, for me, the reason why Iheanacho is not getting as much game time as we all want him to is because Barnes is in. Since Barnes has been back fit, he's been straight into the team and he's been kind of built around Barnes. And then obviously Vardy just fits in the team and then the whole midfield fits in, the whole defence fits in. But if Barnes wasn't there and he does get dropped, you can start playing a three at the back with two strikers. And that's how we played well last season to the end. Yes, we obviously didn't get what we wanted, but it's how it ended. Hayden, welcome, mate. Appreciate you coming in. Come on, just want a good performance more than anything. Exactly, Jeffrey. That's what I want. Even if I don't want us to lose, but if we have to, just to see a decent performance, doing well, get a goal at least, get 2 goals, and we lose the game 3-2. You can't be disappointed if we've played well and it's actually a decent performance from us. For me, we need to get a performance in and then start looking at more wins after getting these performances good. Barnes has been underperforming or just not been as good as he needs to be. Because underperforming means that he's good enough, but is he hitting them levels? For me, he's just, I don't know. I think he's been overperforming the last few seasons and he's starting to kind of get to the grips of maybe where he's at. I don't want to be negative, but I think he was doing brilliantly last season. It's just, I think just dropped off from him. Callum Alston with United missing their 2 centre backs. It's certainly possible for Leicester. Yes, it is, exactly. And I've with Man United fans myself, and I've said to him, I went, don't even give me excuses because you know we've got defensive issues and defensive injuries ourselves. We've got Fofana out. I thought we had Evans out. Indeed, he's out. Fofana's obviously out. I don't know if I've already said that. Justin's already out as well. We're missing most of our main defence. Obviously, yes, we've got Ricardo, but he's not been starting for some weird reason for me. I don't get it. And Castagna, for me, I don't think he's at the level we need him at. So for me, again, it's Bertrand and Ricardo for me in the defence tomorrow. I don't know how it's back 3 or back 5, but back 3 or back 2. I'm not too sure. But I don't know. Trevor Rose says, is Slabhead playing? No, he's injured. That is the main kind of situation with us coming into this game tomorrow, saying you've got Varane and Maguire injured. So they're going to give excuses if they do lose. But we've got to say it's the biggest chance we've got to beat them now they've not got their main defenders in. Again, we just need to make a good performance first and doing it before doing anything else. We need to put a huge performance in tomorrow against the Mans. Yes, we do. And that's the case. It's everyone's saying the same thing. We need just a good performance, even if you don't want to win. I think tomorrow is just a free chance at just getting us back to where we need to be, performance-wise, and hopefully maybe a win, but you never know. Leah says, I love Barnes. Don't get me wrong, I rate Barnes. It's just he's not looked to the level, and that's where, like a Madison did, he got dropped. But will Brendan Rodgers drop that sort of player? Because like I said, the moment he gets fit, he gets straight back into the side. He's not been the only good game for me, really. He's been is the Napoli game, and we drew, so it's a hard one. Who else is saying here? Adam Tucker said Barnes could be another grey for us, not progressing. I know he's young, but would like to see more. I don't know. Like the last few seasons, he's been outstanding. But is that because he's overperformed, or is that because that's his level and he's just not playing well now, or is it because he was overperforming and he's not as good as people thought he was? I don't know. I want to say the second. I want to say that I want to say the first. I want to say that he is outstanding. He's just not playing as good as he needs to be. But it's hard, you know. It's I don't know. Carlos Gonzalez says we will concede, I think, but we'll definitely score. They haven't got Varane Slabhead. I'm down tomorrow. Can't wait. I can't wait either. Don't get me wrong. It'll be hopefully a good game, and it obviously is Man United. But for me, I can't be biased to Leicester. I can't wait to watch Ronaldo. It's my first time I've ever watched him in real life, and hopefully he don't score. And I don't want him to score, but I just want to see Ronaldo play at the King Power for the one, maybe the only or maybe one or two extra times after tomorrow, just to watch him play. One of the best in the world, and for me, he's probably the GOAT over Messi. But we're not going to get into that situation anymore. But let's see what everyone else is saying. More chance of knitting frog than winning tomorrow. You've got to have some sort of hope. With, like I say, the main reason is their defenders are out, so we've got to make some sort of challenge. Now we know that they're weakened. Cags will have to watch out for his challenges. Man United rearing for diving in the box. Well, you might as well put a bet on now to say that they're going to get a penalty and they're going to score. But then again, Bruno takes it. He could sky it over the bar, so you never know. Adam Tucker says, I feel teams have worked him out, doubled up on him with defenders and has nothing to do. Yes, exactly disappointing case. When we played Man City, before we even walked out on the pitch, he was like, who am I facing? Kyle Walker. I'm done for. You wasn't ever going to try and run past him. He was not going to. He didn't have the pace. Yes, he's got pace, but he wasn't going to run against him. Walker was one of their best players when we played against them. He needs to do his own game and not look at who he's against. And the amount of times he can take players on, but he doesn't risk it because he knows he could lose the ball from it. It's hard for them. I don't know. What else people saying? Leah says, I'll just Vardy scored against Man U, not Ronaldo to score against us. Yeah, exactly. For me, I just hope Vardy scores because you know what a celebration is going to do. And I hope he does it because it's going to be outrageous if he does do it and we actually win. It would be crazy. Matthew Bond says, come on, lads. This isn't the Man U of old. They've been very average. Yes, they have. Yes, they've had good wins against some teams, but the only wins they've had that are convincing look like a Newcastle or that's all I can remember of being a big win. Or West Ham, sorry, but then again they nearly conceded a penalty in the last minute. It's hard, but it's going to be a hard game tomorrow. We all know that, but I just hope Brendan Rodgers has the tactics and he's hopefully sorted the defence out than what we didn't have before. Please, I hope Briar starts with Vardy and Nacho. That's the case again, Carlos. Do you drop someone? Because for me, you have to drop someone if you're going to play them two up front. Because you won't want to play a 4-4-2 against these because it's just so basic. You need to be playing a tactical battle against these. I just don't think that's going to work. I'm not too sure. Trying to think what else we're going to say. That's pretty much it for the comments at the moment. So, what's our thoughts on the injuries for him? Obviously, we know Evans is back now. Hopefully, will he start? Does he start for you guys? I'm not too sure. I wouldn't start him. I'd start Kags and Soyuncu. No, Kags and Amati. It's risky. Against Ronaldo, it's risky. But I think Amati's not done much wrong, except for maybe the West Ham performance. Nothing went right that game, really. So it's a hard one to take, hard one to process. But for me, Amati starts tomorrow. I knew someone would pop up about that. Amati's done nothing wrong. Great. For me, he's probably better than Evening, by the way. Great. Yes. Obviously, Vestergaard's out. Well, it looks it. I don't know. I wouldn't like him to start. I wouldn't like him to start against these tomorrow. But it's a hard one. Like, I don't know. It's how the team comes out tomorrow is how either we win or lose the game. I think, or even just performance-wise, do we dominate them or do they dominate us? For me, I don't think they'll dominate us because of how they'll set up, because of the defenders missing. They can't be as aggressive as they normally are. Adam Tucker and Hamza man marking Ronaldo. You never know. He could do a good job. He did a good job against Crystal Palace. You never know. Ronaldo ain't ready for Hamza, mate. Would he start Hamza? There you go. There's another one. Hamza or Sumari. Who would you start in that CDM role? Because I would only put one in. You don't want to be too defensive against these because you know they'll just push us on. Derek says it sounds like a game of poor centre backs. Unfortunately, Cags and Vesty are consistently bad. It's because they don't have a connection with Cags. He needs somebody a bit faster or a bit more leader-ish role. They're both too slow together. You need either a Fafana and Cags, Evans for a leadership role in Cags, and that's where maybe we have to. That's where you maybe have to put Evans in full with Suyuncu. But then I wouldn't risk putting Evans in unless it's maybe you 1-0 up and then you try and defend the win. I don't know. It's hard. Coleman, welcome. I appreciate you coming in again. I am okay. How are you? Amati over Evans. You'll see a different Cags with Johnny there. That's the thing for me. I don't rate Evans as highly as everyone else does. Yes, he's a good defender. Yes, he's good leadership. But for me, how he uses the ball from the back, he's nothing like a player like a Vestergaard does with the ball, passing through the midfield. Evans always expects somebody coming to him to make a pass. He doesn't try and think of the pass going forwards. He has to pass to someone for someone else to do that, like a Tinnemans. He has to pass to Tinnemans for him to put the ball through. Whereas Vestergaard, his only probably good thing for me is he makes them balls through the midfield for me. Stay off the crack pipe. No. Don't do that. I knew people wouldn't agree with me, but you don't risk Evans coming back straight after he's just probably got fit enough to play. Maybe he'll give more confidence to Cags, but I just don't think it's too risky. Derek is naturally fit. Yes, Brendan Rodgers said in the press conference today that he is perfectly fine, even though apparently he had a knock in the game for Nigeria. I don't know, but he is fit. He is fit for sure. Good luck to Leicester City on Saturday. I hope so. I hope we can win. I'm not too sure we will, but for me, it's just a positive performance that I want to see. If we win, it's a bonus. But I think a draw and a good performance is good enough to start off after the international break. I think you're getting sacked after this show. Why not? No one's joined me today, so I'm just getting through the comments. Everyone get comments in. No one wants to join me today. It's just something today. I'm just trying to get through all the comments for you to get your thoughts on why not. Adam Tucker says Daka. No. I want to give him a chance, but not against these. Maybe as a substitute for when we're maybe 1-0 and you want to really push it to go try and get the win. I don't know. Joanna, this is a game we need Evans for. We don't want to, when you're bursting through it. You won't. For me, just wait for it. I think you'll see a Marty in the back line tomorrow. Okay, no. I want to see a Marty in the back line tomorrow, but you will probably see Evans, but it's a risk. You've got to think of the risk side of it. Why would you risk someone like that for one game against Man United? Probably might get injured, and then you've got rid of him again. You might as well keep hold of him. Maybe have to use him when it gets to like a 1-0, and then make sure you defend it out. So you don't have to do too much pushing for winning the ball or whatnot. Then, when he gets a few weeks down the line, or even next game against Brentford, sit there, let him play. But you can't risk him there. And I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, you can't risk him in tomorrow's game. He's too big of a game. Ronaldo comes through him, smash, injured. Don't risk him. I know obviously Cags is a liability at times, but you can't. Okay, so what are your back three or back four. So left back Bertrand for definite. I don't trust Castagna. I don't know why. I'd rather when Castagna plays, he always gets played on the right. I don't think he's good enough on the right where we have somebody else who's involved in the team's lineup the last few weeks. If he's not been put in, Ricardo Pereira. Ricardo Pereira has to start tomorrow. Left back, I'd play Bertrand. Has to play Bertrand. People might not like him. People might like him, hate him, whatever. I think he's decent until James Justin comes back. We have to. I think Bertrand's the first choice. Maybe Luke Thomas, but again, if you're risking someone like Evans, would you risk Luke Thomas in this sort of big game? His same side, one's injury, one's youth, but you never know. And then the back two is going to be for me and Martin Cags, and the one person who's just joined will laugh at that, but we'll all have our own opinions on the defence tomorrow. I'm guessing most people's defence is going to be Cags, Evans, maybe Castagna and Ricardo, or Bertrand and Castagna. I don't know. Adam says, who is your number 10 role? I want to say GB Hall, but he's not going to get it. It's going to be Maddison. It's going to be Maddison. He's not going to drop Maddison again in this sort of big game. He's going to want him in there, and hopefully he does think for the team to actually look like we're going to go for it tomorrow. But you could see a completely different side. You could see Samari, Chowdhury, and Tillemans in there. You don't know. Again, it's all about opinion. It's all about guessing what the team is tomorrow. I hope. I wouldn't say that, Derek. I would not say that, Derek. I don't know why you'd think that, but I just don't think he's been the best for us. For me, again, he plays on the right hand side. He has chances to get past players, run up players. For me, he always tries to pass sideways, backwards. He doesn't want to run against the team he's playing against for some reason for me. Whereas Ricardo will always want to do that, and always will do that. Just like the Wolves game, he played, set up. Wait, you think about it. Ricardo got the Wolves goal for Vardy, pretty much. The only other win we've got in the league is shit. I forgot what game. Norwich. Got a ball through, crossed it in, goal. He's set up both of the goals that won the game. He has to start tomorrow. Not Castagna at right back. If he wants to play left back, fair play. But right back has to be Castagna. Has to be Ricardo Pereira for me. I believe we can. Perez back in. At this point, this is where I'm going to bring Graham to answer this question because we've only just got one person in the waiting. Gray, how are you, mate?
You need to stuff that crack pipe, lad.
What's wrong with me, mate?
You.
Go on. What's your thoughts then on what I've been saying?
Well, you've got to play Johnny tomorrow, and you'll see a better Cags tomorrow with Johnny and Cags together.
I get that
Marty,
part. Is it worth the risk?
Who?
Evans, you risking him in a first game back after just getting fit against one game against United, get injured again, and then you've lost another defender for a few weeks. I'd rather keep him safe and use him for a lot more games, maybe a lot less bigger games, but
you've got to start Johnny and Cags tomorrow.
Nah, for me it's not.
Danny Chandler and Marte isn't
unless you play three at the back, and then you'd play all three of the people that you were talking about. If it is three at the back, that's the three that's going to be probably put out there, unless Vestergaard is actually fully fit. But I've heard that he's not.
Too slow. He's too slow.
That's for me. But I think one of our fastest defenders we've got now is Marty. He's our fastest defender.
He's well fit.
Huh?
He's well fit.
Nope.
So
the point is how it works. Is it Sumare? Is it Chowdhury? I don't know. But
I don't know. Chowdhury's got a red card in the big games.
Yeah. They can then answer this question. Perez back in. Would you put him in?
Using my right to remain silent.
Does that mean you want to play 2 strikers and no wingers and drop Barnes?
You know me, I'm not a Perez fan, so
That's how I said it. If you're playing 2 strikers, you can't really use wingers unless you're playing a 4-4-2. And Brendan would not put a 4-4-2 out against United tomorrow because it's just too basic.
Yeah.
So you either drop Barnes and play 2 up front, or you use wingers and have to play probably. Oh, I've completely forgot about Lookman. Lookman has to start. But then again,
I'd probably go 3 at the back and 5 across the middle.
3-5-2.
Yeah.
And play Amarty, Evans, and Cags at the back.
No. I'd probably say, and I'm going to be so controversial here and contradicting what I've just said, but Cags, Evans, Chowdhury. You heard it here first.
Okay then. I'm guessing you're not a big Amarty fan, but we'll go over. We'll just scrape over that comment. Derek says Ricardo was to blame for the Bernie second. Bernie second, was he? You couldn't really.
I can't remember it.
You could not stop that strike from their left back. You could not stop that.
Oh yeah, that was that volley, wasn't it?
Yeah, you could. Like, don't get me wrong. Maybe you probably did better with positioning.
I'll tell you who's to blame for that. Vestergaard.
Like I say, it's all down to opinions and all down to
Vestergaard for me, got turned inside out that game.
For me,
it just showed how poor he was.
Oh,
that was a panic ball.
Oh yeah. The Burnley game was probably his worst performance. He just always got done over. Every time the strength came into their strikers, he was done for. Even though he's bigger than them, he was done for. Do you think Ricardo starts tomorrow? Does he have to start for you?
Yeah.
Same for me.
I think so because of his pace. But then again, where does Lookman fit in? It's one of them.
That's why you play a 4 at the back. It's the only way around it.
Yeah, but I think you're going to have to go 3-5-2 tomorrow.
Well, and then you bring maybe Lookman on later in the game.
Yeah.
Or you're playing behind the 2 strikers. You don't know.
Yeah, then where does Matters fit in?
That's me. Does he get dropped and then used maybe later down in the line? We've got too many players now to work out who's going to be in the team.
It's a tough decision for tomorrow, and unfortunately, I ain't going to be able to watch it tomorrow. I know, and I love watching my 3 o'clock games on my old Fire Stick, but I'm down Plymouth tomorrow for my boy's birthday.
Oh, there you go. No excuse. That's a perfect excuse to have it.
Well,
like it's a fake excuse to go off.
So, all I'm going to say is, whoever's going to the game tomorrow, get behind the lads, and I will try and check in with you in one of your shows next week. So
definitely.
Love you and leave you. Come on, the Foxes, and it's different to what I've bet at work, but I'm going to hope for a 2-2, but I bet at work 3-1 United, to be fair, because there's a lot of money to be won.
Okay, then. Right. We will catch you after that negative comment. We'll let you go, mate. See you in a bit.
See you later.
So, guys, hope you're all enjoying the show. We are nearly going to Wembley. We will get the last few comments in. We all know it will be Barnes, Vardy, and Lookman front 3. It probably will be, but Brendan has said, in his press conference, he looks like he's trying to work out a system that works for most of the players that we want to play in the team, and it's hard. Rene, sorry, I've not seen your message for a while, but yes, I am good. How are you? Joanna did agree with Gray about Evans being in. Jake, sorry, I've only just got through all these comments. Don't worry, you've been in here for about 5 minutes now. Appreciate you coming in. You've not missed much. It's just about the Man U game. If they're fit, they play. I'm guessing you're on about Evans. I'm not too sure. Joanna says Perez is natural 10. While he's played out position, he won't be his best. Thing is, when he plays, he scores. Even though the last was disallowed. Yeah, it's hard one because I'm a fan of Perez just because of his skills and tactical awareness. He's actually decent. He can skill people on a bit. He's got a bit of swaz about him. He's one of our only players now, other than Luckman, who's come in, who can turn a player. You can do this if he's is in a good position. But obviously, like you said, he's been put on the wing and he's not good enough on the wing. So it's a hard thing. But if he moves across the front three a lot, like he has done, he can score. Ricardo over AWB, I've said that today already. That is one comment I've already said to a Man U fan today. He's a lot better than AWB. If Vardy scores, he will say "see" in front of Ronaldo. Yes, he won't do it in front of Ronaldo. He'll do it against their fans, I think. Amanda, hi both. How are you doing today? Let's get a win. So desperately need it against Man United. Again, I'll say it again, Amanda. For me, it's not about winning tomorrow. It's about getting a good performance out. Again, it's just about getting a good performance. If we draw, we lose. So be it. As long as we've gone for it, as long as we've said we've deserved something at the game, but I'm afraid we've lost, then I'll take it. But a draw is good enough for me tomorrow, as long as we have a good performance. A win's bonus. A win's a big bonus, yes. But it's something that we can't ask for the first time back against such a team as United with injuries we've got. Yes, they've got injuries too, but it's hard. Rene, Kelechi hates United. You never know. Could start and could do a madness. Ivan, Leicester City not afraid of a big game. No, they're not. But it's just how they set up. I just hope Brendan's, like I say, he said in his press conference, he's sorted. He looks like he's slowly sorting the issues out that we had and how we play from the back, how we use the ball in the midfield, and how we actually get the fluidity through the midfield into the attack and actually have quick pacing football. That's what he wants. Rene's just going on about every player is better than everyone else. Really not about performance when getting a 3 points. In that aspect, yeah. You can get 3 points and play awful. Yes, I get that. But what would you rather have? A performance-based team throughout the whole season and winning most of the games and averaging out a few draws, maybe 1 or 2 losses, or have 1 win and 10 losses? You want a performance-based team who wins or plays well every game, even if we don't win a game. For me, it's just hard to I don't know. For me, you can't expect 3 points tomorrow. You can't. Yes, you might want it. If we play well, then yes, 3 points, it's okay. If we play bad on 3 points, that's the point I'm saying. Okay, you'll be happy about that. But you want a performance tomorrow. We need to play 4-3-2-1. Maybe it's hard. I think Rene plays for FIFA because he just knows formations off the back of his hand. Ivan, by now we should be having 13 points. Yes. How many points do we have? I'm sorry. Premier League. Let me have a quick look. I don't know. I can't really believe I don't know how many points we're on. You on 13? We're on 8. Okay, so it's hard. You can't expect it. The last 2 seasons, I feel like we've overachieved, and now people are thinking we've got to get top 5 again. It's going to be harder now with the teams that have come, the players that teams have brought in. It's going to be hard for us to get the position we want, what we feel like we expect now. Leicester normally turn up against bigger teams, and that's the comment that I think we all want to see tomorrow. I think we could do it, but it's just like I say, it's just about getting a good performance in for me. I keep saying it, but I feel like most people want to see a decent performance. If we lose, we lose. But if we win, amazing. Joanna, what are you predicting the score? I'm going to say 2-1. I think Ronaldo will score, but I think Vardy will probably get 2. And that's pretty much it. That is going to be the show for tonight. I appreciate you all coming in. There's not many people coming into the show tonight, but appreciate you all coming in. I hope you enjoy the game tomorrow. It's going to be big. It's going to be very, very big. Win, lose, or draw. Good performance from me. Rodgers needs to win or draw this. Exactly, yeah. But that's all about performance based. You think Vestergaard will play? Apparently, he's had a knock. It depends if he's fit enough to start. It's like a risk for like Evans is. If they're partly injured or close to maybe getting injured again, you wouldn't start them. And that's where I'd say Hags and Martin, because both of them are fit enough to play. You're just hoping that they're confident enough and smart enough not to make errors. But yeah, appreciate you all joining. Fee, I did see a comment. I'm sorry, I've literally just gone through everything. I appreciate you coming in, and yes, watch from the start and you'll see what I've been saying. Hopefully you agree. Hopefully, maybe not agree, but that is how I think it'll go tomorrow. I appreciate you all joining, and I'll catch you all soon. But I'm worrying about our defense. Don't be worried. For me, don't be worried. We have got a few shows coming up. Obviously, the watch along tomorrow with Elijah, I think. And then Sunday is the aftermath show. The aftermath show, not the pre-aftermath show now, because we actually haven't had a game in a week. So I'm glad to say that Jamie's back 9:30 a.m. on a Sunday after the United game. And then we have the whole week again with Phil on Monday. I appreciate you joining, and we'll catch you all next time. See you in a bit.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pucka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newbie & Co Estate Agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.